From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Miami Dolphins. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here's Walker to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out, because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
The Dolphins at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Steps away. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 22. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenneth Walker, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. You talk about this Miami defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number
the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they would be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to.
Game intercepted. Picked up by Channing Tindall. And the return will stop right around the 25. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Sticking with Walker on second down. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. That's complete right around the 8. Touchdown! Grant Calcaterra, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Flush to his right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Stroud. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. And incomplete on the deep ball. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Stroud on 3rd down now. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This will be taken at the 10. can't bring him down. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it'll be Dolphins. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 74 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Nixon now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. As Stroud now to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Stroud off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
4th down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. And this this one is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going forward there was the right call.
A gain of 3, second down. Tua sets up to pass it. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Stroud. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on.
And now look at him go. He may go. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Ken Walker, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
60 by
Stroud will look to throw once more. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. They'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's going to be taken down. Remember, he needed 4 yards. And 4 yards is going to be what he gets as they do convert here on 4th down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Stroud. Flush to his right. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown. And Singletary as time expires in the first half. And the Texans get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Second and 10. Here's Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Stroud. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
2nd and 10. Stroud to throw it. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. Throwing now is Stroud. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Stroud looking to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Operating from the gun. Stroud. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD. And now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 2. Up the middle, here's Walker.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Tua now on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 72 yards. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Escaping the pressure right. Now a diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return.
And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game.
Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will bring it back. It's a